welcome back to the Raw Food Romance Kitchen. Today we are going to make dinner, so I thought might as well go live and share what we are making. So all of the new sushi recipes are available right now in the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. You can get that in the link in my bio in here on Instagram or in the description box below if you're watching on YouTube. So thanks for joining me today. We are going to be making the carrot zucchini maki. This recipe is in the new sushi ebook. Again, it's the only place you can get it right now is in the bundle. Once the bundle is over on May 11th, you can get it the next day in my ebook store separately, but the bundle is the best place to get it because you're not only getting the new sushi ebook, you're getting the new Make It Raw 4 ebook that I wrote with Chef AJ, you're getting Nate's new cracker ebook, you're getting so many things from other people, so it's a way better deal to get the bundle. So go to the link in my bio or in the description box below and grab it. And yes, let's make some carrot zucchini maki. So this recipe, I'm having different fillings because I want to show how fast it can be to make just a simple sushi roll. And this is one of our favorites. We're starting with carrots, and now you can follow the weights in the ebook, or you can just kind of wing it, because this recipe, you can do, whatever you kind of feel like. You could even add a little bit of cauliflower as well if you want. So we're just going to peel our carrots first, and we have approximately 2/3 of the weight in carrots and then 1/3 of the weight in zucchini. So it's kind of a good guide. Or again, you can use the weights that are suggested in the ebook itself. But all you need is carrot and zucchini for this specific recipe. And you just peel them. You can peel the zucchini as well. We are going to peel the zucchini too. You don't have to. You can keep the green peel in there. But we're going to peel our zucchini. So yeah, just using a vegetable peeler, we just peel our carrots until they're all soft and smooth, and then we will cut them up and put them in our blender for wet chopping. So wet chopping is such an awesome technique for making the raw vegan rice. You can use any harder vegetables, and that's why we like cauliflower. And the main reason we use cauliflower for the other sushis is because it's white, so it looks kind of like rice, which is, a nice little bonus. If you want it to look more like a traditional sushi, you can use cauliflower, but you can use other things as well, as long as it's, a harder vegetable. But we like adding the zucchini because it kind of makes it a little bit more sticky, so to speak. So here we go. We've got one zucchini. And again, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for joining all the other lives and watching the replays and grabbing the bundle, adding more raw food to your life. It means the world to us, so we're so grateful for you and love seeing you in here and getting inspired to add more raw food to your life as well. So we've got all of our veggies peeled, nice and easy like that. Then we have our water. So you're going to want to fill your blender about halfway with water. Best to use filtered water, obviously, because it's going to go into the food that we're eating. And then you're going to want to chop your zucchini and carrots into chunks, large enough, so you don't need to do a whole bunch of chunks, but small enough to help the blender out. So maybe about that big, I would say. And just put those into the blender, just whole into the water. This is what we call wet chopping. Heather says, I'm eating a salad with your French dressing right now. I love that. The French dressing is one of the classic raw food romance recipes. The dates, 5 dates, the juice of a lemon, a little apple cider vinegar, 2 cloves of garlic, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and some chipotle powder. Blend that up with about a cup of water, and you've got a delicious, raw, low-fat vinaigrette. I love that you are having that. So glad. A Watermelon Lime says, I love the lives because they are interactive, and I love that you interact. Thank you so much for always joining and enjoying them. I love that. I love that so much. So we're gonna do the carrots next. I don't have very much space up here, but it's okay. I'm gonna just cut the ends off here and then get these carrots placed inside the blender. And I'll show you what this looks like as soon as I get all of these ready. I'll just chop the ends off of these ones. And this sushi is very, very simple and fast and very filling because it's very high fiber and it's delicious. We really enjoy the carrot zucchini one. So I hope you get to make it too. And I also hope that you get the bundle. Link is in my bio or in the description box below. It's a great way to support us in all the work we do here and share behind the scenes. We spend a lot of time behind the scenes chatting with people, helping them through their struggles, all for free because we want to help you. So thank you for the support by purchasing the bundle. It means the world to us. Plus it's a great support for you because you get to have more raw food in your life. So here we go. I'm just gonna push some of them down so they get down to the blades. But that's basically what it's gonna look like for wet chopping. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put on the lid and you're only gonna wanna wet chop for 3 seconds. So basically, you're gonna turn on the blender on high for 3 seconds. Just count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and then stop it. That's all you need. If you blend it too long, it might get too mushy. If you don't blend it long enough, it might be too coarse. So we found that 3 seconds is the best. So let's do that right now. That's that. Super easy. So now you have this crazy looking smoothie thing. And all you do is, this is the next part. Step number 2 is we usually do this over the sink because it's a lot easier, but for this purpose, we will do it inside this bowl to catch the water. The water we don't need, but you can save the water for maybe future dressings. It'll last maybe 1 day in the fridge. So if you're gonna use it as a base for a dressing instead of water, you can definitely use this juice. Totally able to do that. So here we go. Look at that. All right, so I am just gonna grab a rag. Because I'm going to need this. Okay, so we have all of this carrot zucchini mushy mush in here, and you're just gonna mix it around to release the water. See, as you can see, all the water is falling. I have to dump this so that more water can fall in here. I'll be right back. Woohoo! All right, so I just had to dump a little water out so that I could get more in there. We have some here. Whole Foods Plant-Based Donna says, I really love your amazing French twist dressing. I've made it several times. I love that you do. That's a good one too. Oh, Watermelon Lime says, nice, because you can set the new Vitamix to however long you want to blend. That's very cool. Yeah, we still have the old school. Our Vitamix died, our old one. So we just went on eBay and bought the same model from 2014 because we have the vacuum attachment and that doesn't work on the new ones, but it's very cool that the new ones do that. I need a big sifter like that. I just got this on Amazon. Yeah, there's really nice to have a really big one with fine mesh. So just kind of like push that in and squeeze out as much water as you can. We have Kitty Foster says, I missed the beginning. Is there a benefit to wet blending versus food processor? That's a great question. The reason we wet chop is because it's a finer consistency and it's way better for sushi. I find doing it in the food processor, there's too much water left over and the chunks are too big. And so then when you roll the sushi, you're more likely for them to cut through the nori and it's not as fun, but it works. It works still. If you want to do that, you can as well. Okay, so now I have this bowl here. This is the second step of the wet chopping. You're gonna take about, I would say like a 1/4 cup of the rice in your hand. And could you bring me another bowl? Actually, I could use the blender.
Okay.
Here. Okay, so what we do is we just squeeze out as much water further that we can. You could use a nut milk bag for this, and then we're gonna put it in our bowl over here. So what you wanna do, actually this might be easier if I move this over, put the rice here, and then I have the bowl for the water. There we go. Okay, so squeeze out as much water as you possibly can, because you don't want all this extra water in your sushi, because we don't want soggy sushi, right? The recipe looks interesting, but won't the carrot make it more sweet? Well, we love sweet, and really, I don't find it to be super sweet. I find it to be really savory because of the sauce and the other things that we add to it. So I personally don't find it to be too sweet, but if you do, you could just use a different ingredient. You could use cauliflower if you wanted as well. So, you know, you can try different recipes, see which one resonates most with you. And yeah, there we go. So basically all we do is continue through here, just squeezing out any extra water. And again, a nut milk bag does work for this, but you don't want it to be too dry, because if it's too dry, then it doesn't necessarily stick as well. There we go. Yes, yes. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for purchasing the bundle if you have. Hope you enjoy all the goodies in there. Nate's cracker class. You want to show him some of your crackers you got over there? He's having some crackers.
Check this out. Yeah.
Yes.
It's an hors d'oeuvre waiting for dinner.
And yes, when you buy the bundle, you get Nate's brand new cracker ebook. It's called Crack Spread Repeat. And he's got some awesome cracker recipes in there that are easy. They're spreadable. Or like that you just mix them in a bowl, most of them, and you spread them on a dehydrator sheet and they're good to go. So super easy to make, and he's got some dips in there as well. Spreads.
Some cheeses too.
Cheeses too. He's got some cheeses in there too. I guess you can use a damp cloth to squeeze out the excess. You can. The only reason I don't is because I don't like cleaning the cloth. That's why I don't, but you can definitely use like a nut milk bag or a cloth, but I don't like cleaning it, so I don't do that. But it's totally up to you how you want to squeeze the water out, but you want to get all the water out if you can. All right, so here, you could come please and help me. Thank you. Blender.
You need a rag?
Oh, I got one. Yes. Thank you.
Wet one?
I'm gonna make a mess. I'm gonna make a huge mess here. But it's okay because sushi is fun, right? Love it. Okay, so now that we have our rice is ready to go, we need to cut some of our fillings.
Here's a wet one.
Okay, thank you. So we've got some fillings that we want to use for this. We've got some green onions. So I'll take one of these. And we're gonna make 4 rolls. So Nate and I each have 2. So I really just need enough green onion for 4 rolls. And when you are making the nori rolls, you wanna be aware of how much you're putting in, because you can overfill them. And then they're like too full, they're harder to roll up. So make enough just for 4. That's all you need. So here's some bell pepper. Let's just, you really don't need a lot. We'll use the rest of this bell pepper in another dish. So here we go. We got some bell pepper slices. super easy to make raw vegan sushi. I really hope you get the bundle and try making this yourself because it is so much fun. Then we have our avocado. Love having avocado in nori rolls. So we're gonna cut this in half. Woohoo, yay, got a good one. So what I like to do is peel the avocado for cutting it. So we're just going to peel this avocado because it's going to be a lot easier to cut for sushi. Yes, yes. And when you get avocado for sushi, you want it to be ripe but still firm. You don't want it to be too ripe. Then when you cut it in half, like that, so you have quarters, then you just slide your knife along the cutting board and cut those slices. You can usually get 3 to 4 slices of avocado. So that will be enough for 4 rolls. We could probably do a little bit more. Let's do a little more avocado because it's so delicious. Just gotta get that seed out. This seed's stuck in here. Oh my gosh.
Here, let me help you.
And save that one.
Save it, we're not gonna use it?
Yeah, we can just
Okay.
save it. There we go. So there's another quarter. And just slide, 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 slide. And there we go. Okay. So just like that, we have all of our fillings. We're also going to put some kimchi in there as well. So I'm just going to move these up. So I can get this here. Watermelon Life says, your presentation today is very calm and great. Like a raw food Bob Ross. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Favorite chopping knife? Is it in your Amazon page? So this is a Nakano. Those are good knives, but we have some cheap ones that we got from Bed Bath & Beyond. So any of them are going to be good. Hey, could you get me some water?
Just keep them sharp.
Could you get me some water to drink? Or just regular water.
You got this.
Okay, so to drink, yeah. So here we have our raw vegan nori, and this is the brand, and we get this on Amazon.
It smells good over here.
Always make sure you hydrate. Always make sure you hydrate. Okay, so we're going to use 2 sheets of nori to make 1 roll. Here we go. Now I'm just going to show how to do one of the rolls here today, and then we will leave the live because I'm going to do them all off camera. But I just really wanted to show you how we do one of them. So here we have 1 sheet of nori. And then what you do is you grab some spray bottle water and you spray the top third of your nori sheet, and then you take your second sheet and you put it on the top third, so you get this extra long nori sheet, and it's reinforced in the center. Then what you do is you take some rice and you press it down. It's nice to split the rice up into however many portions you need. So here we go. Just like so. And you can fill it up about halfway with the carrot and rice, just like that. So nice and easy. Oh, I need a fork too, babe. You could get me a fork. Okay, then we have our avocado. It can go on just like that.
Metal or wood?
Either. Then we have let's do our green onion here with some bell pepper.
Kimchi.
Yes. And then Nate got the fork so that we could put some of the kimchi. We have the Cleveland kimchi. We're gonna put that here. in our sushi roll just a little bit. Spread that out. And then we can roll it up. What I like to do first though, before rolling it up, is I like to spray the top here to get it a little bit wet. And then I just lift up the bottom. You can use like a mat, a sushi mat for this if you want. Just squeeze and roll. Don't worry if stuff comes out the sides, that's totally okay. You just want to squeeze and roll, squeeze and roll, squeeze and roll. And there you go. We have our whole sushi roll, and you can reuse this rice that fell out of the sides. And then we can cut our sushi. We can usually get 8 pieces from the whole roll here. And look at that. There we go. We have our little sushis. So yeah, that's how you make a sushi roll. So thank you so much for joining for this live. We're gonna go and make the rest. And I hope you grab the bundle. Link is in the bio or in the description box below. I love you all so much, and thank you, and fruit on.